everyone. Welcome to a new episode of the Wired Sisters, our Wizarding World podcast. Today, we are talking Fantastic Beasts, and I'll tell you right away, there will be spoilers for the Secrets of Dumbledore, so if you don't want those, click away. This is not the episode for you. I am Hilde, this is my friend Jennifer, and we're just gonna get into it.
Yes. Okay, first things first. You've seen the movie, I've seen the movie twice. I needed to say it twice because, I have the worst memory.
And you went to the premiere, so the actual premiere. So I imagine that you were hyped for all the things going on, not just the movie.
I was, but I was really trying to focus on the movie because I really wanted to see it. But there was so much else going on. I had Grindelwald himself sitting right in front of me, so that was kind of distracting. I didn't move at all for 2.5 hours. I was so scared. And I had the other cast members right behind me. And then I had Maya, who I went with, who was whispering, behind the scenes in my ear. So I was I'm trying to focus, but I also want to notice.
Yeah, like I said, it's total overload. You get so many cool things at once. Something's gotta go in the brain,
Exactly. So when I watched the movie the second time, I was okay, so I completely missed this scene. It makes a lot more sense now.
But at least you have cool stories to tell.
I do, yeah. At least there's that.
See?
So, yeah. So, obviously, because we make lists, we've made a few lists for this one.
Actual Wizarding World paper and everything.
Yeah. And because I like to complain, I made a longer list of things that annoyed me in the movie, and while Hilde focused on things that she actually liked.
Yep.
So to start off nice, why don't you just start with the things that you liked about this movie?
Well, I thought maybe we could start by the elephant in the room, the Grindelwalds.
Yes.
Because we've had 3 movies so far, and 3 different actors performing the role of Grindelwald. And in the first movie, Colin Farrell was, Grindelwald pretending to be Percival Graves. But still, I thought that Colin Farrell did a really good job of putting in the nuances of Grindelwald, the many oniony layers of the evil villain. I mean, I feel like it's fair to say Grindelwald's like an onion because he does make people cry, mostly Dumbledore, but,
Yeah, true.
So I thought he actually did a really good job. I liked Johnny Depp a lot for Grindelwald, but I also agree with people that he was maybe looking a little bit too theatrical. But aside from the costumes, decisions, I thought I liked the nuances. Even though sometimes he was a little bit too Jack Sparrow, but I liked with Queenie, he was kind and manipulative, and with Credence as well, and then he could be ruthless and flat out dangerous at the same time, and just plain evil and calculated.
Yeah.
So I liked that a lot. I thought he brought a lot of nuances and layers to the performance, so I think he did a really good job. I really liked Johnny Depp as Grindelwald. I was very worried about Mads Mikkelsen playing Grindelwald because I feel whilst he is a good actor, he doesn't have that many, He kind of falls flat when it comes to portraying different emotions. And I felt that, whilst he did a really good job, he did a way better job than I thought he would be doing. And I will be the first to admit that I stood corrected. He wasn't rubbish. I thought he would. I've missed that multi-layering to the character. It was just one level of just I didn't even get that super manipulative that you got from Johnny Depp and Colin Farrell. It was just that and anger. And even the anger was kind of just So I'm just kind of come on, Mats. I'm sure you can do it. Go for it.
Yeah, you preferably would want something that's in between them, because from Johnny Depp, I got this unstable, cartoony character who could do basically anything. But from Mads, I got this more he seems like a really lovely guy. I would bring some tea and biscuits and have some tea with him.
He's a fantastic human being. I'm not commenting Mads Mikkelsen.
No. I mean Mads as Grindelwald. He seems he makes Grindelwald seem like a genuinely nice guy that you want to go for I
don't know. I do get the vibe from him, but Yeah, I mean, he seems like just. I felt like, what was his name? Anton Vogel?
Yeah.
I felt like he was more. Yeah, I'm sorry for all the noise in the background. That's Kiwi. That's one of my cats. But I felt like Vogel was more what you wanted from Grindelwald.
I think they were kind of similar. Like they.
Yeah, but Vogel had
Sometimes I had
that
trouble. Like,
charisma. The charisma that I missed in Grindelwald, I got in Vogel.
yeah.
Because he was just like calculating and he was just the things he said. I was like, you're very Third Reich, my fella.
Yeah, but
which was probably done on purpose, but considering the era as well. So I liked that nuancy, creepy. World War II is on the horizon. I thought Vogel was such a good character. Like, double thumbs up to the person who wrote him.
Yeah. So I liked Mads Grindelwald. I like Johnny Depp as Grindelwald.
They're all good actors in their own.
They're all good. But like, I would want something in between. Like, I would want some
we need to mix all the good things of the three of them, and then Mads has to be that.
Yes, but if you compare Dumbledore with, like, which of the Grindelwalds would you most easily see him with? Like, I couldn't really picture him together with Johnny Depp's version of Grindelwald. I could picture him a little bit more with Matt's version of Grindelwald, but still not completely. And I don't think that could be because of the age gap. I don't know.
I think the issue is also, like, they're always saying, like, they were together as young men, and they're not young men in the movie, so they've both changed a lot. So,
yeah,
it's hard in any case. I mean, clearly we need a prequel movie. Clearly, clearly we need a prequel movie or a series.
I think we need more information in general about a lot of things. I don't think we're gonna get it. I think this might actually be the last one.
I worry that it will be,
because I mean, they've also said that they haven't started writing the fourth movie yet.
Yeah, but they haven't started writing the third one till like somewhere in 2020. So whatever.
Exactly, because they always want to see how the previous movie does, and I don't think this is gonna do as well as they were hoping, despite all of the marketing and attention it has gotten.
I do feel that a lot of that is also to blame on the plague, because a lot of people are still not going to the cinema.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Even in areas that are like greenlit, so to speak, with very, very low cases, people are still a bit iffy about going to the cinema. Aside from that, a lot of people, especially now, everything due to the conflict, I know you're not, I have to call it something, I'm just gonna say a conflict, I'm not, no disrespect to anybody, but due to the conflict with, the war that Russia has started versus Ukraine, a lot of prices have gone up. Like, at this point, people have electricity bills of 500 euros a month and stuff like that. I mean, people just don't have the resources. And then lots of people have lost their job because of the plague. People just don't have the resources to spend on merch like they had pre-plague.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of impossible for this movie to do as well as Warner Brother wants it to do due to external circumstances.
Yeah, but also, like, if you go to IMDb and check the rating, it's as low as the second one, which isn't a good sign.
Yeah,
the first one has a little higher. I think it's 7 point something.
Honest, who leaves most of the people leaving ratings on IMDb are people that have no life and think they're movie critics.
That is true. So
I mean, not all.
It's gonna be low, but
by no means all of them. But
yeah.
I mean, none of my friends nor I ever leave ratings on IMDb, so I feel like ratings on IMDb is just,
Yeah, but it does say something, even if it's not like completely
representative.
But Also, because the way they ended this movie, it feels like if they're not gonna make the fourth movie, it could be
An
kind
ending.
of a
Yeah,
closure.
I felt the same, and I do actually appreciate that
Mm.
that they said like, okay, there's a serious issue with finishing the 5 series, like the full series, because of
Mhm.
Warner Brothers. So let's make it so at least the fans have had an ending, you know?
Yeah.
A proper ending. Because you can fill in the blanks, you know? You can fill in the Grindelwald gets his ass whooped.
Yeah.
You can fill in the Newt has finally managed to properly communicate with Tina, and they finally have a proper relationship, and they finally get married, you know?
Yeah.
Let's face it, there will be plenty of people writing the fanfics.
Obviously.
So I appreciate that they at least did that, because I think a lot of people were really rooting for Queenie and Jacob.
Yeah, if they had left everything on a cliffhanger, hoping that there would be another movie,
Yeah,
people
I
would have been so mad.
would have liked it a lot less. I mean,
Yeah.
Bert, my husband, he said, well, you know who Bert is, but just for the listener, he literally said when we left the theater, that was a really good movie, and if the series stops here, it won't be because of the quality of the movie. It will be because of all the other circumstances.
Yeah. Well, my husband said it was pointless, but he's also not a fan of Harry Potter, so.
But doesn't Andreas think like pretty much everything is pointless?
True.
See,
True.
I'm sorry,
So
Andreas. I mean, no offense. I'm sure you are a wonderful human being in your own right, but
yeah, his opinion doesn't count. But if we're gonna talk about like what we're hoping for, if they would make a fourth and a fifth movie, like what would you like to see?
I want to see more of Lolly Hicks. She was flipping amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's like I mean, seriously, Newt Scamander was always my favorite character, but I'm pretty sure it's now Lolly Hicks.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, I actually would like to see the fourth movie, maybe like some way to save Credence. I actually would. He's so tragic, and he tries so hard. I mean, like, he's not evil, and I kind of feel like Aberforth as well. He's such a tragic character. I kind of want, at least, you know, I kind of want a win for them, you know.
Yeah, but you know, I think
I kind of want that happy ending for Credence.
You kind of do, but just something tells me that he's gonna.
Yeah, but you know, I kind of want, against all the odds. I mean, Harry Potter is kind of like the underdog against all the odds wins. So I feel like, why not? You know?
It is, but then again, I mean, he's not mentioned in like the.
Sure, but neither is Lolly, neither is Theseus, neither is Jacob. I mean,
that's true. Yeah, that's true. But also,
who is mentioned of all the characters in the Fantastic Beasts series? Dumbledore, Grindelwald, Newt Scamander, and Tina gets a mention because she's married to Newt, and they live in Dorset with their 3 measles, and one of them is called Mauler. Don't ask me what the other 2 are named. I always forget, but.
Are you making this up, or is this true?
This is actually a fact.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Cool. I didn't know. Also,
no, it's in the intro of Fantastic Beasts, like the blurb about Newt.
Also, they do get married.
Yeah. Wait,
you didn't know that.
Prove it to you.
I don't know why I'm disappointed, but.
No, this is Quidditch Through the Ages. Wrong book. Fantastic Beasts. There we go. That was another book. So, I have in my hands a Fantastic Beasts. And where to find them.
Well, that's a major spoiler.
What?
It's in the book that they get married.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm trying to find it.
You know, I'm kind of disappointed because I didn't really like Tina. I thought it was annoying. So I was kind of hoping that, you know, Newt would find someone else.
By Bunty?
Yeah, like she would be better.
Dang it. It's in here somewhere. I'm trying to find it. About the author. That's probably the one.
Yeah.
No, this is written by Newt Scamander. That is not practical. I know it's in here. I swear to God. Okay.
Well, I believe you, but I'm just surprised because, I don't want to believe it.
You just don't want Newt to marry Tina.
That's true. I disliked her from the very first movie.
I didn't like her in the first movie at all. I loved Queenie, but I didn't like Tina. I was just like, oh, come on, you bitch.
She's just, it doesn't make sense that she and Newt would be together. Like, I don't see it. There's no chemistry.
I don't know. I think there's chemistry. I don't think that's the issue. I just think...
Did we see them do anything romantic at all?
No, I don't think that's ever happened.
No.
Still trying to find it. Yeti. I know it's in here. I swear to God, I'm not making these things up. I'm not.
I believe you. Not that I want to, but I believe you.
Yeah, you know me well enough to know I don't make these things up.
Yeah, because once you've read something, it's stuck in your brain forever. So I believe you.
I think it might actually not be in this book, in this copy, because this is a special edition. But it's definitely in the spoken one and in the old one. And if people are still not believing me, the Carlin brothers have a video up on their channel where they're doing a Newt Scamander quiz. And that shit gets brought up there as well as an actual quiz questions. So, again, prove I am not making this up. But anyway, let's yeah. So yeah, what are you hoping for other than a divorce? I mean, between Newt and Tina, clearly not in,
Well, I want Credence to have like a proper goodbye because like movie 1 and 2 were like a lot about him.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
So it wouldn't make sense if he was just like Lita Lestrange, who was like never mentioned again when she died.
She was mentioned.
But... Yeah, she was mentioned, but like not from the proper characters. Like Newt and Theseus should have both been kind of heartbroken, like mourn her, but they seem perfectly fine. So I'm hoping that Credence...
Newt was just a little too distracted with stuff going on, and Newt can only focus on one thing in one time, so...
But Theseus, they were engaged.
I feel in his performance that, especially at the beginning, you saw that he had a good reason to go after Grindelwald.
No.
Yeah, I mean...
No, I am disappointed in the lack of sadness in the Scamander brothers. And I wanted it to be mentioned more than just from like the half brother, Yusuf Coma, who like saw her for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, at least Yusuf cared.
Yeah, at least he cared, but he was the wrong person to care.
But he cared.
He cared, yes, fine. But so I want a proper goodbye for Credence. Credence probably isn't gonna be in the next movie for reasons. We're not sure. For reasons, he might not be in this. Yeah. So I'm still hoping that he'll get a proper goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that it would be easy for Warner Brothers. God dang it! It is the Harry Potter universe, but yeah, I think it would be easy for Warner Brothers to just say like, "Oh well, he died."
Yeah.
And make it be X amount of years later.
Mm.
Also, David Yates has said he wants more time between the third and the fourth movie, and I'm just like,
as in he wants more time to pass in the...
No, just like making them, and I'm just like, excuse me, Warner Brothers, can you please just... I know he's affordable, as I have been told by several other Potterheads, but just fire him. Spend the money, hire an actually decent director that will do justice to the franchise, and just no.
I mean,
Enough's enough already. I've so had it with David Yates and his antics.
And the CGI is just too much. Like, I miss the good old days when they had like actual puppets for everything, and now it's just
they apparently still do
everywhere.
sometimes, but a lot of it is CGI'd.
It's too much. It's just we want to go back to the magical.
Yeah, and if you have the fortune, and that is a questionable fortune, to go to an older cinema like I do, the CGI is not quite as noticeable than on the fancy new screens. On the fancy new screens, I think that movie was more CGI than anything else, but
it was
the screen I saw it on. And he's probably figuring, lots of people won't see it in the cinema, so most people don't have home theaters, which is true. Most people do not have home theaters. Most people have laptop screens and a TV in in a room in their house.
Yeah,
which is fair, but still, you should make your movie look equally good, no matter the screen it's being watched on. End of story.
Yeah, but also I feel like they added more CGI to like take the attention off of the fact that there wasn't really a plot. The plot wasn't good enough. It wasn't enough of a story, and they just filled it out with like cool stuff.
I don't know. I didn't mind the plot. I felt like the plot was fine. But that's just. I mean, I mean, my favorite movie is Bloody Mallory. Come on, I'm not really want. I mean, it has to be really, really bad plot before I go, God dang that plot.
But yeah, I mean, the second movie had a worse plot because I don't even understand what kind of plot it was. Like, I don't know how to summarize what happened.
I felt that movie. The first movie, and I agree with a friend of mine. I'm not sure she wants to be named. She said that the first movie was more kind of like an introduction to the Fantastic Beasts era and the characters. And I agree. Whereas I feel like it should have been an integral part of the franchise rather than here's the intro. But at least it had somewhat of a consistent plot.
Yeah.
Whereas the second, the second one would have benefited from being a TV series.
Yeah.
Because they tried to put far too much in, cram it in far too. I mean, I feel a lot of movies suffer that issue. Even actual Harry Potter movies. I mean, Goblet of Fire, anyone? Where they just try to cram too much into a time frame that is far too short for the story. That's why a lot of shows that are made after books are so much better than if a movie were made after the book, because they have X amount of episodes that are often 40 to 50 minutes or even an hour, so they have time to tell the story. I'm saying some, I'm not saying all, but I feel like the second one was just, I love the second one, don't get me wrong, but it was just like too much and too chaotic. But it had enough good moments to appeal to me, I'll put it that way. And then I love The Secrets of Dumbledore. I love it. It's such a good movie, but yeah, I feel like I think they had it in their head, this might be the last one.
Yeah.
And they were so busy wrapping up bits. Like, we finally got a wrap up of Who's Credence, which was a thing that had been playing for 2 movies. I think they made very good use of Aberforth. Yeah. I like that a lot because Aberforth is like a character every Harry Potter fan knows. Or, at least any Harry Potter fan who has read the later books, let's put it that way, or seen the last movie. So, but he's a character why is he like that? I feel like we get a little bit of a glimpse of what made Aberforth the grumbly, curmudgeon-y brother of Dumbledore, Yeah. So I like that. I love Lally Hicks. I mean, more Lally Hicks, please. Make an entire series starring Lally Hicks. I will watch. And I won't be the only one.
Yeah, she was amazing.
She was amazing. I liked how they used Bunty. Because I think they made really good use of the Bunty we saw. Those very few moments in the second Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
And I thought Victoria Yates did such a good job. She was amazing. She was brilliant.
Yeah.
So I would not be mad if there is a fourth movie and we see more Bunty than we see Tina.
I would not be mad either because, I ship them more than you, Tina.
Well,
I know, according to canon.
Maybe Newt has a fling with Bunty, and then Tina gets real jealous and fights for her man or whatever.
Maybe. Okay, so we want more backstory for Aberforth because.
I could stand to see more Aberforth. Also, the actor who plays Aberforth, I cannot remember his name. He was Father Blackwood on The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and he was such a good villain. He should be Grindelwald. No, seriously, had they cast him as Grindelwald, we would have all been blown out of our chairs. I'm so certain of it. He can really perform the Grindelwald we need. But I imagine that Warner Bros. Went, we want a really big name to people to come see. Exactly. Rather than, I'm like, come on! Like, do you know the fan base of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina? Cast them in the lead and they're all there. All of them.
Yeah, but he's not, famous enough. They can't replace Johnny Depp with someone who's, a lesser name. They need someone who's...
They could, if they want to.
But they're not gonna, because they want the money.
Yeah, but, he was an amazing Aberforth as well. Let's be honest. I think he did a great job, but... I thought Yusuf Kama was very strong. I mean, I didn't think he could be more tormented, but he did. He was.
Yeah.
I was like, give Yusuf an Oscar, because, he had Grindelwald foiled.
Yeah. He is on my annoyment list, so I will get to him.
But he was... I know a lot of people aren't fond of Yusuf, but the performance, both the actor and the character, was top.
Yes. I agree with that, but he's still on my annoyment list. But not because of reasons for acting or like the character or anything like that. It's for different reasons, but I will get to that. But just to wrap up things that I hope for future films is also like the epic battle between Dumbledore and
Grindelwald. I want to see the epic battle.
Yeah. Exactly. I want to know what happened to Grindelwald, how it happened, and obviously I want more Fantastic Beasts because there were very few of them.
I'm convinced that Credence's Phoenix is Fawkes.
Yeah, so he just went to Albus Dumbledore after how?
Yeah, that Phoenix is Fawkes. End of story.
It has to be, but also, they said in the last movie that a Phoenix comes to a Dumbledore when he's in need. Yeah. So obviously, Credence was in need because he was dying and he needed to find his families. But why does Fawkes come to Albus Dumbledore, and when does he come to Albus Dumbledore?
He was hanging around Dumbledore in the movie a couple of times. Well, Albus in the movie a couple of times. But why does he not go to Aberforth? Because Aberforth is clearly in need. Maybe it's just hanging around all three of them, and we just can't really see who he's hanging around. He's just like... Mm-hmm. But that leads me to the question, why did Fawkes not go to Aberforth after Albus died?
That's true.
Because Fawkes flies off.
Yeah.
Never to be seen again, assumably.
Yeah, but maybe he didn't need the Phoenix? I don't know, but it's strange.
He was there and we just didn't see him?
Maybe. But yeah,
Hogshead did have some seriously good security, better than, above Aberforth's skill level. So maybe Fawkes was there and we just didn't see him. Maybe Fawkes thought, Harry, Ron, and Hermione, I don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna sit in that room. Goodbye.
Yeah, there are some serious information lacking here, and we need it.
There are plot holes. I need more information. I need context.
That's true. Okay, so
I kind of feel sorry for the listener. This episode is pure chaos.
It's pure chaos like always. But we've complained a lot, obviously, as we always do. But what are the things that you liked the best? Like, what actually brought you joy when you watched the movie?
Lolly Hicks.
Yes, apart from Lally Hicks.
Lolly Hicks's book. I want
Okay.
that book.
Okay.
Okay, this is gonna be super silly and you're gonna laugh. The monster books.
Oh yeah, when they flew up and they're
charging at everyone. I literally sat there going,
yeah, I didn't see them the first time. Like
I was like this, and I was like pushing Beth, and he was just like, dang it.
Yeah.
He saw the monster books, and he was like, oh no, now she's never gonna shut up about those stupid monster books. As
I
you know,
and
some others might know, I collect monster books.
Yeah. But also that made me think, like, how old are these books? Because I thought there were some like kind of new when Hagrid.
No. Monster Book of Monsters has been around for ages.
Yeah, apparently.
Most care of magical creatures, teachers don't like to use them.
For obvious reasons.
There's a headcanon that I saw on Instagram where Madame Pince has trained one. And whenever students are like annoying in the library, she just sets the monster book on them. And I was like, that headcanon is now real.
Yeah,
that is real. That is such a good headcanon. It is real. But clearly they can be trained because they did not attack Lally and they did not attack Theseus, but it went right at the bad guys. They're like, bad guys!
That's true. I didn't see it the first time, but I saw it 2 days ago. I was like, oh my god, it's the Monster Book of Monsters. But yeah, I mean, that was a good part. But for me, you love Lally Hicks, I love Jacob. Like, I always like Newt and Jacob, but this time it was all Jacob. I love his facial expressions. It's like the noises he makes when he walks through the wall. Like,
Constantly one of the best actors in that entire series. Like, without Jacob, there is no Fantastic Beasts.
True. He is the star. I mean, Newt, okay, good, but Jacob, oh my god, he is the star.
I found it! Newt Scamander was awarded the Order of Merlin second class in 1997 in recognition of his service in the study of magical beasts. Now retired, he lives in Dorset with his wife, poor Bettina, and their pet diesels, Hoppy, Billy, and Baller! Oh my god, your face, the viewers will be like, oh my god, Hilde, what did you do to your friend? It wasn't a page that got stuck to another page. Yes! I told you, I did not make it up.
Newt marries Tina, and they live happily ever after. Yay.
They spawn!
They spawn?
Rolf Scamander is Newt Scamander's grandson. He marries Luna Lovegood.
Oh, that's true. Yes, they do. Oh my god, no.
Luna has married Tina's grandson.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm ruining the fandom for you. I'm so sorry.
You really are. I mean, I knew about Rolf Scamander and like all of those. Obviously, it could be Theseus, but yes, I knew it was Newt. But oh man, with Tina.
I want Theseus and Lally to be a couple and have children.
They were flirting in the movie. They were.
Lally is so badass.
Like zero thoughts about Lisa.
Ever.
Yeah. So yeah, we hope for a reunion of those two. I also love the creatures. They were not enough creatures in this movie, but these two, when they were locked into that prison, and this one is falling like with the wand.
Yeah, he's like,
you see this one like,
and then he's like, "Screw you, pick it. You can fall down with that one. I'm getting the shiny."
I love that so much. I was the only one in the theater laughing at that one.
Oh no! When I was in the theater, everybody was laughing at that one. Everybody was like,
"It's the best." It's and obviously the dance.
What was it? The Manticore dance? Swim like this, Theseus, like you are.
Yeah, that was great. I love
what the hell was going on with that Manticore, because that is just so vague. That's like a monster for a monster's sake. I mean,
Yeah.
that felt to me like a monster for a monster's sake. That was like, did David Yates see like a really bad horror movie?
You
Again,
mean the one
apologies
that
for the
came?
cat. Yeah, I mean, like, did he see like a really crap horror movie and decide, oh yeah, brilliant, I'm a film?
Probably.
Because I was just like, what is going on here? This is I mean, like, if it hadn't been for the ridiculous dance thing, and no, let me rephrase. If it hadn't been for Teddy and Pickett, that scene would have sucked so hard.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was also like the end of it was so vague. It was just so fast and so CGI'd. I mean,
Yeah.
it might be because I am disabled and I have a perception disorder and cannot always comprehend what is happening. But I had no clue. I was just like, flash. What is happening here?
No, I agree. Suddenly they were just like
so
out of it.
it's not just me. It's not my disability. Hooray.
No, I mean the first time I watched it, I missed some parts, so I didn't remember like how they got up.
Yeah.
So the second time I was like, okay, now I'm gonna focus on it. I'm gonna really see what the fuck happened, and then how do they get up? I still have no clue.
Something was a port key, but what was the port key?
Oh yeah, it was the tie, with some kind of golden detail on it that Teddy wanted.
But wasn't the guy wearing the tie? The
I think that it was something that either Newt deposited when he came there, or Theseus had it, because one of them had. It was in the beginning when they were on the train or something.
Okay,
someone had it. I think So I think Theseus was given the tie, and then so he had it when he went to the prison, and so the guard took it, and then Teddy took it back.
Thank God for Teddy.
Yes.
Took 3 movies to train Teddy, but thank God for Teddy.
Yeah, poor Teddy. But anyway, so
poor Teddy is probably sitting on a pile of coins, lapping on like an entire milk bottle. So I think he's fine. He seemed he was more fine than he was in the other movie, because in Crimes of Grindelwald he actually got hurt. He was fine. Teddy was fine. I mean, Teddy falls on his head all the time. I don't think he has many brain cells left from falling on his head all the time.
He's cute though, so there's that.
Yeah, he's got that going for him.
There's that. Okay, so now I want to address the things that I was annoyed by.
Okay.
And I told you yesterday there were only 3. I lied. There are more. There are 7.
Go for it.
Okay, so I didn't do my research enough on this one, so I don't have the actual times or like the dates. But one thing that annoyed me was that McGonagall was not supposed to be in these movies. Like
she's not supposed to be in the other one either.
No, but I don't think she's supposed to be like, either she's not supposed to be born, or she's definitely not supposed to be old enough to be a teacher at Hogwarts.
Yeah, they retconned that and they changed it.
They changed it? How?
But basically, they retconned the original information and changed it, so she would be.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. They just discarded the whole canon and they just added her.
They just rewrote that part of canon.
And that annoys me.
Yeah, it's very Marvel and DC.
It is not right. She's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, no, she's not.
It's not like a huge role. And I do understand that they had to have like this kind of second teacher.
Yeah, okay, but make one up. Like, I mean, they can make Lolly Hicks.
Exactly. So do not drag McGonagall into that. I like her, but she's not supposed to be there. That is my number one annoyment thing. The second one is this mirror that Aberforth and Credence had. Where did it come from? How did it conveniently be so that? Spell. But how? Like, how does Credence have this?
I would like to have an explanation for how they were doing it.
Yeah.
Or wait. Unless, because the castle Credence is in is Grindelwalds, right?
Yeah.
Normangarde or whatever it's called.
Yes.
What if that mirror was in Albus's old room?
Yeah.
No. What if it's a spell they had cast when they were together?
Yeah.
to communicate when they were not, together, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It could
But
have
then
been a
again,
remnant from when they were dating. But then why on earth is, because you have to actually you can't see each other. So no. It's just,
but also like, how did Credence know how to use it, and how do they know who is on the other side? Like, does Everport know
if
that
they've
he's?
been talking for a while, I imagine they told each other.
But it's just too many questions, and I'm annoyed because I want answers. It doesn't make any sense. So we're not gonna get answers to that, I'm pretty sure. But I still would like to know.
Why was Ariana's portrait not moving?
That is another good question.
I'm adding to your list. It's 9 now, Tina including.
That's true. Yeah, her portrait should have been moving. Because I was thinking when I watched the movie, I was like, okay, so this is the same portrait that they used in Deathly Hallows. That's nice. But yeah, it should have been moving. That's true. Yeah. Speaking of things that are completely incorrect, why could Jacob see Hogwarts? Like, why could he even attend it?
Okay,
I have a theory.
that's easily explained. It's a spell. And
It's
they can, it's a spell around Hogwarts. It's a muggle repelling charm, which you can lift on individual muggles.
Ah, okay, yeah, because
so it's basically been lifted. So
in Chamber of Secrets, when Mooning Myrtle is found alive,
her parents come to Hogwarts.
Her parents come to the school,
they can lift it for certain.
They can lift it, or maybe it's like if you're invited and you know about magical.
That would be like lifting for certain individuals. It's like the apparition ban that can also be lifted for areas.
Okay.
Like when they're practicing apparition in the Great Hall for apparition classes.
Yeah.
So that is actually fairly logical.
Fine. Okay, so that doesn't annoy me as much now, which is good. But yeah, it was on my list. I also loved, by the way, the part when Jacob is at Hogwarts and he like interacts with the students. That's just amazing. Amazing. I love it. Okay, so another thing. In the beginning of the movie, we see this creature. I don't remember what it's called, Shillin or something, whatever. The mama Shillin.
Yeah, the Krillin.
Yeah,
I think
she's hit with a green spell, which I'm assuming is the Avada Kedavra spell.
Yeah, armor.
She doesn't die.
Some spells take longer to get through the armor, which is why you need so many stun spells to take down a dragon. I imagine that if you Avada Kedavra the dragon, it would rampage for like 15 more minutes.
Okay, so you still think it's the killing curse, but it doesn't.
I think it's a killing, because she did die.
She did, yeah.
It just took more time, and they do have armor plating on their sides and stuff.
Okay, I'm willing to buy this explanation.
That's just my assumption, and I'm going from like the dragons and the dragon hide, where they are notoriously hard to stun, or even whatever spell. That's why they normally do the conjunctivitis charm on the eye to temporarily blind them. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a reasonable explanation, though, so I'll accept that. You're like, that's logic. I'll take your logic. Yeah. And as long as you provide me with logic, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll accept it. No problem. I also had like how everyone is fine and doesn't mention Letha, like barely mentions it. I could have done with at least a little bit more mention of Letha Lestrange. Yeah. I wanted sadness from the Scamander ones, but I mean, other than that, fine. But I was a little bit annoyed. And okay, so finally, use of Coma. I have to address this because I like his character, but I did not understand the purpose of him in this movie. Like, he infiltrates Grindelwald, but why? What was the purpose? What was the why? What did he find out? I imagine that he was somehow reporting back to Dumbledore. And we never got to see how, because, of course, providing that sort of information to the viewer is too much to ask from David Yates. Or maybe literally to do what he did, to make them trust him, lead a squad because he's a pureblood, and then just take out the squad to make it easier for the others.
I mean, he did do that at the
So that
temple.
they literally pinned the entire purpose. I mean,
But that's dumb. Like, he went through all of that risk just so he can like knock out 2 people in the end.
it wasn't 2. It was like there were a few of them.
It's still dumb. Like, I don't
Look,
understand the
I'm not
purpose of it.
disagreeing with you, but is this really the only time that Dumbledore has come up with a dumb plan? This is
No.
Dumbledore we're talking about.
That's true. He was on a shit list before, so you know.
And also, I mean, I can imagine that even if it was just kind of pointless, it would distract Grindelwald enough.
Mm-hmm.
It would be enough chaos in Grindelwald's head to do something else that he then would not see.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's true.
It might just have been that. Just like it's like Dumbledore said, the more confusion, the better.
Oh yeah.
And if there's anything that Yusuf could do, clearly it's confuse.
Yeah, I was confused.
Yeah, so see, the thing is
It
that
worked.
he probably knew that Yusuf could like really play a mind trick on Dumbledore. So like, how about it?
Yeah. Okay. So maybe that was the purpose, but it was still not like
It was
clear enough
badly
for the
explained.
viewer.
It was
was
very
very badly
badly explained.
Yeah. But that was the last one on my shit list.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there were like things that awoke questions in me when watching the movie, and things that like annoyed me. But overall, I think it was an okay movie. It was good. I enjoyed it. I didn't think the plot was like enough to carry it, maybe, but it was better than the second one.
I feel like, I mean, even I don't know why Catherine Waterston was unavailable. I mean, that is obviously information that mere mortals and fans will not be privy to. We can all guess and speculate till the cows come home, as they say. I just feel that there could have been a better movie explanation than the she's head of the horror office of MACUSA. Theseus is head of the horror office of the Ministry of Great Britain, you know? Yeah. And I know the US is way bigger, but come on.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like at least they could have said Tina is part of the plan and she's playing her own part away from us. People would have been ready to accept that one.
Yeah.
I would have found that very acceptable, because then it'd be like, oh, Tina is part of it. And like the Carlin brothers had this theory, and it was a good theory, that Bunty was actually Tina disguised as Bunty.
What?
Yeah, because then, you know, she could be approach Queenie and whatnot without, you know, flat out being Tina and chase her off and stuff. And I was like, was actually a really good, you know, train of thought. And I was like, there were so many good things you could have done, and you went with that one. Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure there are reasons why she's not in this movie as much.
I mean, I'm not talking about why the actress wasn't in the movie. I'm just saying, like, could you really not write a better script sentence of why the character wasn't there?
Yeah, exactly. That was, it was lacking. But since I do not like Tina, I didn't mind. So it didn't add up much.
Yeah, but still, you know, And like Lolly, I mean, I love Lolly, but I was like, just see there having a moment. Get your like girlfriend reunion mate for like 5 minutes. They're standing there awkwardly pseudo flirting, which is flirting for Tina and Newt, let's be fair. And she's like, no! And Theseus is like, I'm here with my pretty date, and because they were there together, come on.
Yeah.
I think that the Lolly and Theseus shippers are like writing and typing.
Yeah, there's going to be some fan fiction about those two.
I ship Theseus and Lolly.
I like Theseus. He is fine.
Theseus is so dry. I love Theseus. He's just so dry.
He's like a typical British dude.
He's so dry. He's so good.
He's like earthy but hot.
He consistently stays that way. He's just always, he's so sarcastic and snarky.
Yeah.
I love Lali's confidence. I mean, how good is it to have like this strong black female character that is so confident and so competent?
Yeah.
I feel like the Wizarding World was long lacking a character like that. I mean, she was superbly cast. I want to see that actors in other parts because she was so good as Lali Hicks.
Yeah. She's great. And she's actually like a real Potterhead as well. That's what I love even more about her, that she's actually like a super fan. It's like, this is my grave.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good that they're actually casting people who have a strong connection to the Wizarding World.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I don't know what it was like for the other actors, but I mean, I think I think Newt Scamander is very, very well cast. I think Eddie Redmayne does a great job to play Newt. And
yes.
Dan Fogley, is it Dan Fogley? Is he called Dan Fogley?
Dan Fogler.
Jacob?
Yeah, Dan Fogler.
Oh, Fogler. My apologies to the actor and the fans. But yeah, he's like so well cast.
He's the best.
And Queenie's I mean, I like Queenie, even though half the time I wanna throw pillows at Queenie, but with Queenie it's very obvious. She has a reason to do what she does. And I think Queenie she's such a funny character. She's such a good character.
Yeah. I like her too. She's very funny. And she, like, her interaction with Jacob is like, chemistry. Unlike Newt and Tina, there is something there.
Yeah. And that was like a thing from the very first movie.
Yeah.
I don't know why they are sisters. I mean, like, the Scamander brothers is the same thing. I mean, like, why can't Theseus take Newt aside and explain the wonders of how to date the women or something like that? I don't know. And same with Queenie. Why can't she take Tina aside and explain how to do it?
Yeah. Maybe that's why they like end up together, because they're both like so socially awkward that they're just like, okay, I found a person. I like you as a person. Okay, let's go.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I just want an entire series about the adventures of Lali Hicks and Theseus Scamander.
Oh, I would love that. Oh my god.
I've decided I want this.
I would watch that. Add in some Fantastic Beasts. I am there. So out of 10,
oh my god, I just realized something.
What?
Rolf Scamander is the same age as Luna and Co, right?
Yes.
Meaning that Theseus' son must have been in Hogwarts at the same time of the Marauders, meaning that if we get Lali and Theseus together, their children would be in Hogwarts the same time as the Marauders, and they could be teachers at the school if there's a Marauder series.
Oh my god! But Lali is from America, so there's a chance that
she can move to Britain and teach at Hogwarts.
She can, but she could also be sending the kids to the American school.
No! I refuse to believe that. They must go to Hogwarts, and their children must be there when the Marauders are in Hogwarts.
Okay. If we ever get a Marauders
that way.
We'll see if that ever happens, that we get a Marauder series. Maybe they will be in there, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna like throw in some well-known names. So to make everything.
I want there to be a Marauder series so bad.
Me too. I love that so much.
Yeah.
So 1 to 10, what would you give this movie? What is your rating?
9.
A 9.
A 9. Just
wow.
Monster Book of Monsters and Lali Hicks.
That is high. Like what? Okay.
Oh, come on, man. The plot is completely bonkers. You got monster books attacking people left, right, and center, and Lolly Higgs. That makes it Bloody Mallory level of amazing. Although Bloody Mallory gets an 11 out of 10, so there's that.
Okay, wow. Okay, so I'm not a very positive person, so I rarely get, like, give stuff high
Give it, what,
scores.
3 out of 10?
No, I would give it like a 7, maybe. Like 6.5, 7.
That is like ridiculously highly rated for Europe. You know that, right?
I mean, it has to be a pretty spectacular movie for it to be like a 9 or a 10.
Okay, what's a 9 or a 10? So people have a reference.
Like, Order of the Phoenix, maybe.
See,
like, for me,
I can't reference it to a popular movie because everything I like is like considered really crap horror. So
Oh yeah, okay, but
it's hard for me to give a reference. Murnau's Nosferatu.
The what?
The actual OG vampire movie. Black and white. Creepier than most other vampire movies ever made.
Okay.
Silent movie. It's amazing.
If I'm gonna compare it to something that people actually know of, I'm gonna say like Harry Potter movies are like 9 and 10, and then this one was like 6.5, 7.
I like Fantastic Beasts more than I like Harry Potter. I went and said it, and it's not the first time I've said it.
Well, there's good that there's people like you, because that means maybe.
I love Harry Potter. Do not get me wrong. I love Harry Potter, but I mean, what's that quote in 10 Things I Hate About You? I like my Skechers, but I love my Prada backpack.
Okay.
I like Harry Potter, but I love Fantastic Beasts.
I mean, I'm not like a huge fan of Fantastic Beasts. I've seen the movies many times, but they don't stick. You know,
I don't know. I can probably recount most of Fantastic Beasts front to back.
I mean, I should have done my research better before I went to the premiere, because, you know, I recognize like the main characters, but like the guy who plays Yusuf Kama, I'm really embarrassed to say this, but like I didn't realize that he was in the second movie as well.
Yusuf does look different in the third than he does in the second.
Yeah, but I mean, I recognized him, but I thought that was because I'd seen him in like the posters. I was like, okay, so he's in the third one. But then I watched the second movie like after the premiere, and I was like, oh my god, it's the same. So, Fantastic Beasts doesn't stick like Harry Potter. Like, I know everything from Harry Potter, but
you didn't even know that Tina and Newt were married.
Exactly, like Fantastic Beasts is nice.
Which you will probably purposely forget again, just to be all upset about it next week when I mention it again.
It's gonna be all reset, and you're like, oh, by the way, did you know that you can do that?
I'm not gonna do that because it clearly upsets you. It's clearly upsetting knowledge.
It's fine, I'm over it now.
Yeah, there was also a theory that did you know that? Like the fun theories that fans had, which I feel like is like an old thing to discuss in itself because some were hilarious. They were actually saying that I've lost the name again. The creature in the prison, the snappy one.
Yeah.
Not a mandrake. Come on. Manticore. Thank you, brain. They were actually initially saying those were Blasted Scroots when they had seen the trailer.
Oh, yeah, I thought about that as well.
And
but that was
that Hagrid knew how to breed Blasted Scroots because Newt Scamander knew how it was done illegally in the olden days.
Oh.
And that was like the thing that they were saying, like, thing is, but apparently the production team had said that they just could not imagine Blasted Scroots as a cross between the Manticore as it was presented in the original Fantastic Beasts books and a firecrab. They were just like, there's just no way. So we're going to make this a crustacean. And I was like, I don't mind. I don't care. Meredith was like, excuse me, but why is this a Manticore? How does this happen? And I explained it to him and he was like, so this is all Hagrid's fault again?
Everything is always Hagrid's fault.
And that was the thing. I I said, like, A, Jennifer would say it's always Hagrid's fault, and 2, Jennifer would really appreciate this remarks because she hates Hagrid. We dedicated our entire first episode, well, most of our first episode to it.
True. Oh, by the way, did you know that in Prisoner of Azkaban, I think, when they have the Marauders map, you can see Newt.
Yeah.
Newt Scamander on the map.
Yeah, the
I want an
theory
explanation.
is that he was trying to save Buckbeak.
Oh. Okay. But he failed. I mean, obviously,
Well, he was seeing Dumbledore about saving Buckbeak. And
okay.
Dumbledore was probably going like, no, it's in the bag, it's fine. As Dumbledore does.
That's a reasonable explanation, and I'll accept it. It's the logic is flawless.
You're just like, Hilde, give me your flawless logic.
I'll just accept it.
Either that or visiting his grandson.
Yeah, no, it was Buckbeak.
Yeah, I mean, or just like, for the Hufflepuffs.
Screw the Hufflepuffs, he was there for Buckbeak. He doesn't care about people.
There's plenty of absolutely decent, reasonable explanations, because J.K. Rowling has said that at this point, Newt Scamander is still alive.
What? But he must be...
You do realize that wizards can live up to, 150 years?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ancient, but...
This was the 20s, right? Fantastic Beasts-ish. Or
he'd be, super old.
He'd be old. But
it would be alive. It would be possible for wizards.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
the average lifetime for a wizard is 100 and what was it? 36? Dumbledore was nearly 160, so I'm just saying he was just still running around.
True, and Moldy died at age 70 with ruined jewelry.
Voldemort. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for saying it. I think Grindelwald is a better villain than Voldemort.
He is. He successfully kills what he wants to kill.
Except Dumbledore. Although it is up for debate whether or not he wants to kill Dumbledore or get back together with Dumbledore.
True. I think he wants to get back together.
Dumbledore. It's always up for debate. Does he want to kill Grindelwald or date Grindelwald?
Probably date.
So yeah, he's such a good... Voldemort is like, aha, I am Tom Riddle. I am the heir of Slytherin. I'm just gonna go and be immortal. And I was just like, okay then.
Yeah.
Look, here's where Voldemort completely went off the, his entire train of thought failed. Nicolas Flamel was known as the inventor of the Philosopher's Stone, right? Even in the days of Voldemort. Why did he not go study alchemy under Nicolas Flamel, make his own damn stone, and be immortal forever?
Or just, steal his stuff.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, the entire thing with the Horcruxes has backfired so badly.
Yeah, he's dumb. That's why it's so funny to make fun of him.
How was Voldemort this genius student? Because you only ever see him do dumb things.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about this all that potion magic that is love. And I was just like, did you not do your research?
No.
Grindelwald did his research? Grindelwald studied the resurrection spells for his, how to kill a killing and bring it back to do my bidding. He clearly spent some time researching how to get minions that are actually efficient most of the time.
Yeah, he was a better villain. He's
just a better villain. Had there not been a Dumbledore, Grindelwald would have gotten his way.
Yes, 100%.
Okay, fine. You could say there not been a Harry Potter. Voldemort could have been, but I like to leave it up for debate because I feel like at some point somebody would have whooped Voldemort's ass.
Yes, Moldy is a bad villain. We all know that. But this is about Fantastic Beasts. And unfortunately, everything on my list is done. I don't have anything more to say about
I think we can summarize. Overall, we liked it.
Yes.
We would like to see more.
Yes.
We hope Ezra Miller, despite his issues, can return.
Yeah, we want the plot holes filled.
We would like
more information.
We definitely want more Lali and Theseus.
Yes. And we want them to have babies.
we mostly, first of all, want Lali and Theseus.
Yes. Okay.
And of course, Jacob and Newt.
Yeah, obviously.
And another director, please.
Yes, please. But yeah, I think that's a very good summary.
I think that's the wrap. For the loyal listener, the Wired Sisters will go on hiatus for the summer and the rest of the spring, because we are busy people. And we spend hours recording this podcast, and usually I manage to trim out some complete shenanigans that are off the reservation. Sometimes I leave everything in, like with the Malfoys. That was just too good to cut. This one will have need of some editing.
Yeah, so I say a lot of
times the cat was screaming, and we were just like, cat.
Yeah, you're the real star, cutting every dumb stuff that I say. I'm just,
Well, to be fair, nobody wants to listen to Kiwi sing and throw stuff around for 20 minutes in total. So.
Fair enough. Okay, so we will be going on a break for the summer and the rest of the spring because of reasons.
Because of reasons of real life. There's nothing wrong. You do not have to be worried. We're just literally busy doing things.
Yeah. So maybe we'll be back in the fall.
Yeah, if this video gets over 100 views, we will seriously consider returning for Halloween.
Yeah.
So there you go. Give us 100.
That's it for our Fantastic Beasts episode. Thank you for watching. We might see you in the fall.
And we will potentially see you again for our next one. Bye-bye!
Bye!